Ezra Levant here with Rebel Media. We are moments away from going inside the courthouse for Tommy Robinson's appeal, but I see more and more Tommy fans showing up. That's just a hunch I have. You're wearing a Make Britain Great Again hat. I see you got the Union Jack and the Cross of St. George.
And this was the cause that Tommy was fighting for before he got sent in. It's called Justice for Our Boys. It was about the 3 boys that were murdered in Hayes. Tommy did a video about it. He covered it at length, and then when the demonstration, they arrested him, obviously, for the court thing at Leeds. But no, Tommy was right behind that cause. The families are coming down as well. But yeah, we're all here for Tommy today.
So you're associated with these 3 boys?
Yeah, we're fighting for justice. As Tom, like I said, Tommy did a video for it. It spent, I think, about 6 to 7 days with the families, and he was really helping them. And then, obviously, the establishment decided to lock him up. But no, we're all here today to support Tommy, and hopefully he'll get out.
So where did you come down from?
I came from Leicester.
How far away is that?
About 2.5 hours.
I like the hat.
Yeah.
Donald Trump just visited. Lots of pro and con. What reaction do you get on the street when you show your Trump pride or your Tommy pride?
Well, there was 8 of us on Friday outside Whitehall. You might have seen it was on RT, and they completely surrounded us.
Who's they?
Antifa, stand up to racism, chucking bottles at us. One of them assaulted me.
What did police do?
They've arrested him for common assault.
Well, they actually did. Well, that's a step forward, yeah.
But other than that, no, they gathered around us, and we got held there for 6.5 hours.
All right, well, that's at an organized event, but just when you're walking the streets...
This wasn't organised. We saw him running down the street. And
how about in Leicester, where you're from? Is that a bit of a different reaction than down here in London, Stan?
I'd say they're both about the same. Leicester's pretty much the same as London, so no matter where you go, there's always people that don't like Trump and don't like Tommy, but they just need to read a bit. And
you know what? I've been taking as many black taxis as I can because there's a certain old school Brit who drives those, and I always raise the subject to Tommy, and they're shy at first because they're thinking, oh, is this a setup? But once I tell them why I'm here and who I'm here with, they open up. I think that there's a real undercurrent of support for Tommy that the fancy people are against and severely normal people are shy to say. But if people feel it's safe to speak up, there's an enormous amount of support for Tommy. And I know I don't want to extrapolate too widely just from my taxi experience, but I tell you get someone talking about Tommy and they're not worried of being stomped on by the BBC or any of the lovies. They really open up. That's my observation from being in town for a day and a half.
Yeah, I mean, the working class support Tommy. Tommy's the voice of the working class. He represents us all.
Then how come Labour is so hostile to Tommy? Aren't they for the working class?
No, they sold us out years ago.
Sold you out to whom?
Third world migrants. Well, yeah, they're not a good party. They don't represent the British people.
How about the cops, though? I mean, where I come from, rank-and-file cops are pretty stand-up guys. It's the brass that's politicized. What's it like in the United Kingdom?
I think the rank-and-file police officers agree with us, but they don't stand with us because they're scared of losing their jobs, they're scared of losing the pensions, whereas I think the orders come from high above. And it's the leaders at the top of the police forces that are implementing these draconian laws. It's scary times. We need to get our country back. We need people like Tommy out on the streets fighting for us, and we need people to be aware that Britain's no longer a free country. There's no free speech. You can say something online and you'll have the police knocking at your door for hate speech.
Have you ever been contacted by police yourself?
Not recently, no.
Not recently?
No, I had on our Quds Day, when we opposed Hezbollah and Hamas, we had a bit of contact with them from them, but since then we've not heard anything.
All right, well, listen, thanks for talking with me. What's your name?
James Goddard.
Nice to meet you, James. Good to be here. All right, there you have it. James Goddard, one of the grassroots Tommy supporters that are agglomerating outside the Royal Courts of Justice. It's almost time to go in. I want to make sure I get my seat. There's obviously a lot of people here. You can get our updates throughout the day at TommyTrial.com. We're subject to a publication ban, at least in part, for today's events, but I will tell you as much as I can throughout the day. For the Rebel Media, I'm Ezra Levant. I'm here in London at Tommy's Court of Appeal hearing. For all of my updates, go to TommyTrial.com.